Hello everyone and welcome to Pathfinder Bloodlord Session 3! Produced right here at Quest Coast Studios! We're so glad that you could make it here with us. And before we start, everyone, we would just like to say that we acknowledge that we are here today on the traditional territory of the Musqueam Nation and are privileged to work, play, and create on these beautiful lands, everybody. So before we get into our undead tale of Geb, we're going to be taking a step back before we continue where we left off on our insane cliffhanger. So let's hit the music. Grab your favorite drinks. Grab your favorite sets of dice. Let's dive into tonight's session of Pathfinder.
Oof, not good.
So,
First time was afraid.
last we left off, the party having left the Bone Mansion of Berline Hadoli in search of a living human figure that had just disappeared after a friend of theirs had exploded in radiant light, causing Berlin to be severely damaged and living skin starting to regrow back on their hands. You chased after this individual into the city of Grey Dirge, where massive celebration was going on for Ghost King Geb to visit. There were prosceniums, there were parades, there were pink rose petals falling to the ground, celebrations all over, and somehow stumbled in your way to being a part of these proceedings, led by Blacula, John Seagul, and Matthius here, as you all reenacted in a glorious victory that again Geb the Ghost King had on the Pirate Queen way back when. It was insanely successful. The crowd was roaring, and then you were fight these foes. You were able to spot the living human dart in a alleyway, chased after them, went into an underground cave system where these acolytes, clerics were hiding out. Rolling extremely highly on Ed's perception check, you're able to find a hidden passageway into a smaller room off to the side of this sort of home base underneath Grey Dirge. You're able to hear the conversations that were happening, but you didn't let it go on too long as Ulric, you burst through the stone wall here, sending the bookcase flying into the middle of the room, demanding to know who are these people, what are they doing. Surprisingly enough, the lead cleric didn't give you his name. Just went right into explaining their purpose here. They were here to bring back the land of Geb to its former self. Thousands of years ago, Geb had more living residents than undead ones, until Geb had cast this insane necromantic cloud amongst his people to take over the warring rival nation of next door to their borders. To their borders, and just it was the checkmate move. An entire nation of people and undead took it over, and he was a part of those living that got turned undead. Found solace in Saren Ray, found teachings, found clerics that could heal and mend his undead nature into a single disfiguring scar on his face, and vows to one day bring Geb back to the light, back to its former self, and to cleanse this festering wound off the face of Galarian forever.
Classic.
Yeah. And fight went down. You had some choice words with the leader, and then fight broke out. Clerics throwing crazy healing spells, damaging undead, trying to get to you. You cleaved two in one go. Edward came out as well, firing. But where we left off, John Seagul had a bit of a problem with his conscience for a second, trying to decide if he should join these clerics or not. And with a single coin flip, the blunderbuss came out, and you were about to fire on the leader of the clerics. But before we get to that cliffhanger, I want to take us a step back. As you have been affected by this living elixir from the initial explosion, down here for some time with deposits of this vapor situated into the stones underneath your feet, visions start to come to you. And what we're about to do here is we're going to go through each of you, and you are going to tell me about the day that you turned undead. And we are going to start with John Seagul. So, John, set the scene for me. Tell me how this moment came to you, how John Seagul became a zombie. What was the event? What was the moment? Take it away.
Set the scene. It's a rainy, stormy night in the middle of the sea on this decrepit, aged, weathered wooden ship, surrounded by lightning, rainstorms that you can't even see 5 feet in front of you. As John Seagul finds himself completely surrounded by a villainous crew that is captained by the Keeper of Souls himself, Davy Jones.
This wooden peg leg stabs against the hull of the ship as it gets closer and closer to you, as you have barricaded yourself into the captain's quarters of the ship, trying to ignore the situation entirely as to what is about to transpire.
Oh, I just came back to get my hat. It seems I must have left it here since the last time I was here. Actually, you have it there, you eel-looking creature.
Look at him, everybody. Someone's laid an egg in the crow's nest. Everyone just starts laughing. All these weird, undead, crustaceanous, humanoid figures. Part of your crew has been just slain on the ground. You're kind of the only one left as they just reach forward. I don't think so there, John.
Yes. Just wanted to pop in and say hello. I just wanted to grab my hat and I'll be on my way.
I take a couple steps towards the creature that has my hat.
Hold him! And his pirate crew just comes and grabs you and thrusts you against the mast. Some have crab claws, some have their human hands, barnacles all over them, some entirely over their face, some with like a shark-like jaws with sharp teeth coming out of their mouths. You promised me something, John, and you didn't deliver.
Yeah, well, I may have forgotten, being immune to death itself. You seem to forget a few things. You've been around for a couple of 100 years, and forget some debts you have. Forgive me.
Well, it seems like fate has finally caught up with you. Takes out his harpoon, sticks you right into the shoulder, stabbing you to the mass.
Yeah.
You're never gonna be able to escape anyone ever again. I'm gonna let you live with all of the scars you've done to others. All of the broken promises, all of the unfaithful happenings are about to descend upon you, John Seagul.
Come on, you gotta give me just one more chance, mate.
This necrotic disease starts to form all over from the wound as the history of John Seagul's life starts to become exposed. Scars that were once healed, blade slashes that had been long since gone, start to become exposed. A shark bite that had been stitched just opens up once more. A slash from a blade opens up over here, scarring, and decrepit undead flesh starts to spread across your body. But he comes up to you. What are you gonna offer me that you haven't tried to offer before, John? And just twists the blade into your shoulder.
Souls. Jonesy. Souls. My soul's got to be worth, what? 4, 5 souls? I can promise you worthy adversaries, warriors, if you will, in trade for mine, and then you could return me back to my normal-looking skin and my immunity.
Souls, you say? Crew to the ship?
Yes, to the ever-living days of your squiggly life.
And then what happens to you when once the souls are delivered, you want your life back, I take it?
A simple trade. I give you 5 worthy souls, and you give me back my immortality. And a bottle of rum.
So, that's your price then, is it?
Seems quite nice, doesn't it? You get your souls, you get your crew, and I get to live forever. You could have 1 miserable crewman, I wouldn't even swab the poop deck without complaining, but you could have 5 very worthy souls to do your absolute bidding for eternity, mate.
Looks over to all the creepy undead crustaceanous crewmen around him. Licking his lips as the bearded tentacle of this octopus-looking humanoid clashes in the rain with raindrops falling all over their face, their massive captain's hat being soaked against their long, dark blue navy captain's coat, the peg leg still shining in the moonlight, the harpoon stabbed into your shoulder. Takes it out of you. You drop a little bit. 5 souls, John Seagul.
As promised, yes.
If you don't come with these prizes within an allotted amount of time, it's gonna be bad for you this time, John. This is something you will not be able to talk your way out of.
5 souls, give me 5 years. So I need to muster up. I can't just pick any 5 souls. Give me 5 souls in 5 years. I might not.
No drunkards. No idiots. Capable people. People with skill, with strength,
Of course.
talent,
Yes.
uniqueness,
Nothing but the best.
nerve, and
You beat me to it.
Sorry.
Now, if I'll just take my hat, return to my ship, and I'll be on my way.
You heard him, fellas. Take him back to his ship.
And I look out towards my ship, the Black Sapphire. And my ship is ablaze, sinking to the bottom of the sea. And as I look towards the crew,
Show him to his ship.
and there's a little dinghy hanging off the side of the ship. I seemingly make my way, and that eel-like creature takes my hat, puts it back on my head, pushes me onto the dinghy. And I am left at sea.
5 years, John. 5 years. As the Flying Dutchman sinks back into the watery mist as it covers the hull and the tip and just disappears into the ocean. We then come over to poor Edward. So poor Edward, same thing. The day that you became undead, set the tone, set the scene. What's the scenario?
Okay. So, Beatrix had come home late. She had been out scouting for her wife, who was experimenting with a new invention that could basically transmit voice from a very far distance. And it was Beatrix's job. She'd go out and test the limits of that. Test if she could catch the signal and then come back, report back. The problem is that this time when she came back, she was a little late. And Beatrix came back to someone holding up her family. Basically, a zombie with a familiar hat, tattered visage, who had already shot her partner. You have a name?
Just keeps looking at you.
Beatrix, reaching for anything, realizes she doesn't have a weapon, so she tackles the zombie. And just grasping for literally anything, grabs the first thing she finds, which is the pistol.
Falls down, the pistol kind of like skitters to the ground. And even though this zombie, doesn't seem to be the slow, dumb kind, it has some sort of higher intelligence, would have to be to perform even just like holding a gun and shooting it. So as you scram for the gun, it's not just, it's like surely like, like 20 days a night sort of, the 30 days of night kind of situation, just very like strong. Us vampires. What am I talking about? Cillian Murphy.
28 days, yeah.
There you go. 28 days. So yeah, just scrambles over to him as you're struggling for the gun, and you're able to grab it first.
And I imagine she grabs it, swings wildly, and pulls the trigger, and ignites a torch, like a lantern that's hung by the wall, igniting the wall, and just spilling hot, flaming oil across both of them.
He goes on to the zombie that was holding them up.
Yeah.
Just like writhing in pain, falling to the ground, shuffling and skittering. It's slowly crawling towards you. As most of its legs have been set ablaze, it starts to melt into the skin and into the bone, and as they're crawling towards you, it forces the top half to separate from the bottom half, leaving the legs kind of melted and stuck to the ground.
And I imagine that she just unloads into it. And probably is too late before it gets her.
Bites on to your side here, right into the arm, as you just like, you kind of unload all the bullets into it, but you just don't get the head. You get parts of the shoulder blade, the ribs, the neck. Its head is just barely hanging on. It's just like, what the fuck? And it's just ripping into your skin.
And I imagine she doesn't have the strength or fighting ability to resist this. So as the house is engulfed in flame and just slowly consumes the two of them, it's enough probably to kill that zombie, considering all the damage. For her, where the undead curse had already passed, all it meant is that by the time the flame had passed over her and all of her flesh had melted and had been rotted away, what was left was a skeleton that, after only a matter of time, sat up. And the only thing that survived is the hat. Sat there. And the gun. Silver metal, tarnished from the fire. She takes it, puts it on, takes the gun, takes whatever tatters are remained, and just leaves the house.
As you walk in the middle of the night with the orange glow of your former household on fire, wafting and flickering in the breeze, the moonlight shining on, sea of stars, a row of fairly green, lush forest on either side, and this dirt road path leading you from your former life into your new one. Transition from there over to Ulric.
So you're going to see Ulric sitting at his post, contemplating what got him in this position. He is the night watch over the cemetery, the lowest spot on the totem pole when it comes to the local guard or military, and he's just sitting there. You shouldn't have lost your cool. And he's contemplating a moment where he was working his way up through the ranks, and his superior, because he is half-orc, made a quip about his mom, saying, She must have been pretty go-getter if an orc had a way with her. And in that moment, he raged and struck his superior in the face. And by doing so, got demoted to this position. So he's sitting there and just hating himself for what he's done because his mom raised him. Single mom, raised him who he is, put him on the right path, very strict but very loving, trying to help guide him to suppress the orc side of him. Just be human. You can get through. Suppress that side of yourself. Don't be the monstrous that sperm donor of a father was. So he's hating himself, and he looks.
You hear something.
Hears something in the graveyard.
Brush. There's like in a graveyard. It's pretty big and sprawling. It's dead at night. Low mist rumbling through. There's a few bushes sort of scattered about. You're kind of just sitting on a stool next to a grave, just like with your axe in hand, just contemplating all this. Supposed to be patrolling, but just needed to take a minute. In the rush, you kind of hear a little bit of rustling. You can see just a glimmer of like reflective cat eyes almost in the darkness. You don't see a shape yet, just two little globing reflections in the darkness.
You there, show yourself.
And this ghoul appears. Not even very big, like a little bit bigger than a goblin, but has pale blue skin, like cat eyes, jagged, sharp teeth, elongated fingers, wearing like normal villager clothes, like a vest and a low cotton shirt, black pants, and like boots around their feet. But their jagged nails and toes have extended outwards from the boot part. And they have elongated ears, almost elf-like, just a few little hairs just dangling down in front of them and behind them.
You look like you're not feeling very well.
I'm feeling just fine. Are you a ghoul?
Why, yes, I am. Just...
Are not allowed in these parts.
Sorry, I'm so...
Cemeteries are forbidden for your folk.
No, you're just a little bit hungry. And you're starving. We haven't had a meal in days. We're just hoping for a little bit of scraps.
And he's going to, probably a little overstepping some bounds, eager to impress his superiors, grab him by the throat. You aren't supposed to be here. And he's going to try and escort him out of the cemetery.
Okay. As you kind of grab him by the scruff and start to walk him out, almost bouncer-like style.
But we're so hungry. Please, just a little bit. Just a little bit of something, please.
He's like, you're still just commanding, no,
Yep.
no. And then this unrelenting pounce, like a lion maiming a gazelle with lightning fast speed. Just turns around lightning quick and is with his jagged, sharp, like teeth, just starts chomping into your neck, into your vascular system. Blood just starts spurting out all over the place, and you fall on your back. And then you just hear it go, just scampers off.
And he's lying there, about to die. And as he feels himself start to feel pulled into the next life, the orc side of him rages through and rages himself back to life. And in that moment, the ghoulish fever that was just in the venom put in his veins through the orcish rage accelerated the process, and instant transformation into ghoul. There was no grace period, no nothing, just right into ghoul.
Yeah.
And just, he can...
Always feeling hot, always feeling queasy.
Yeah.
Always feeling like you're constantly in a state of having the flu.
So not feeling right, feeling sick, and transforming. Oop, out of the rain. Kind of like humbled over, he explains to the other guard there, I need to go home. I don't feel good.
What do you mean you need to go home? You're supposed to be stationed here the whole night. You know what you did. You're here for a reason. Get back to your post. The fuck is wrong with you? You look terrible. Did you eat some of the grave dirt or something?
And just doesn't want to seem any less. He just kind of like composes himself, tries to like get his axe to him, and just falls over.
No shit. What a weakling.
You've got this. I need to go.
Just suck it up, Buttercup. Go back to the station. You'll be fine in a couple of minutes.
All right, so he leaves, but he's panicking. I can't mess up again. I can't. I need help. I need to go home. So he makes his way back to home where his mom is.
Yeah, be able to just like kind of go through a different entrance of the graveyard. They just don't want to do with anything with you.
Yeah.
Go back to your post, walk it off, and you're just like, you just feel queasy, you feel sick, you can't shake this off. You're like, I just need to go home. So you just force yourself out of the graveyard from an entrance that they're not stationed at, and you find your way back home.
He opens the door. Mom!
Oh, hi. What happened to you? Your teeth? Your skin? What? Son, what happened to you? Is everything okay?
I screwed up.
You screwed up? It's fine. It's okay. We'll take care of it. We'll find a way to help. Here, just come here. Let me help you. And she gets closer to you.
You expect too much of me!
What? What are you talking about?
I can't be what you need me to be. Yet, so much expectation.
Expectation? I don't expect anything from you. You're perfect the way you are. What are you talking about?
It's crushing!
What? Stop getting so angry. It's fine. Here, come, have some water. And she comes over to you and reaches for water close to you.
And the hunger.
You look at her flesh starts to vibrate red. You can just feel the heartbeat inside, the pulsing veins going underneath the neck, underneath the shoulders, into the into the elbows, and you just start to, all the sound around you starts to hum down low and become dull as all you hear is
so hungry.
And she just like backs away and pushes you off. And as you go to just grab, you narrowly miss her, but you grab the pendant with the red ruby inside that she usually wears, and you snatch that kind of by accident, leaving a little bit of scarring on the chest.
Storms out. And you
burst open the front door and just run off into the night. Okay.
And that's where we leave.
Mother calling your name, echoing, just lifts into the air. We transition from that sky
To hard life.
back down into Matthius.
Do whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So, setting the scene, you're in a tavern, a very familiar tavern if you know Matthius at all. And there's a lot of people there, there's a bard playing, there's people drinking and eating, and behind the bar is Matthias, looking very similar, slightly more color in his skin. Gizmo! Table 3! Table 3 needs more!
Oh, okay, right away. Yes. I'll go get it.
Yes, idiot.
just flies over, starts to bust tables.
And then he just goes back to entertaining some people. All right. Oh, I heard something about some guy. His name's Deb or something that might be like he's causing a ruckus locally.
Oh, yeah, we heard that,
Right.
Yeah, he's been getting, he's getting more on the necromancy side of things. Being an archmage is a tough business. I mean, they've been around for quite some time. They keep prolonging their life, and that guy next, like, they were friends, right? I thought they were friends for a while. Now they're having weird little, arguments here and there and disruptions. I don't know. It's kinda
Frankly, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, who cares?
And then the door opens, and in walks a hauntingly beautiful, pale-skinned woman. And he just, shut up.
What? Who just sort of floats in?
Who in the bloody heavens is this? And she locks eyes with him and floats to the bar. What can I get you, my dear?
Oh. I don't know. And just kind of looks you up and down. Did anything local, fresh?
Yes, we have everything your heart could desire.
Is that so?
Yes.
Everything?
Do you see it here? Anywhere?
Oh, I see it, all right.
Oh. Well, I happen to have an empty room upstairs.
Splendid. That'll work perfectly.
I'll lead the way. What is your name, my dear?
So I actually haven't seen this. What is the name?
Nadira.
Nadira.
Yeah.
It is Nadira.
Ah, my dear Nadira. What a beautiful name for such a beautiful creature.
And they're wearing just this sort of like right out of a Tim Burton movie, like the black corset, the puffy dress, the black stilettos, the long white gloves, the poofy sort of pauldron, what am I saying? Like doily shape sort of material. Big, huge hat with a feather out the side. And they're just wafting over to you.
Sweet. So they go upstairs together, and they enter the bedroom, and things get very hot and heavy very quickly. Oh, yeah.
It's nice to know you were always like this. Never didn't do this to you.
Hell yeah.
This world.
And as they're in the thick, some clothes have come off. And lots of heavy petting, shall we say. And then
Okay.
and then the necking gets a bit serious. And Matthius just, gentle, my dear. Oh.
It was really his fault. He bit her first.
You brought this upon you.
And then as he is kind of into it, he loses consciousness. And then comes to the next morning. And Nadira is gone. Ooh. It must have been very good if I don't remember a bloody thing. And then he notices that his teeth don't quite feel the same. Interesting. He heads downstairs and begins tending bar, going about his day, but he's very thirsty and drinking wine, but it's not quite.
Hey, boss, so are we going to get ready to open up pretty soon or whatever? You slept pretty way more than usual, actually.
It's very bright in here. Would you mind closing the bloody...
Oh, yeah, of course. I usually like it open. I thought this was how you like it.
I do.
Goes down and just puts all the clothes on the
Shit,
blind.
I've got a splitting headache.
Oh, you got back into the... How long were you in there with that lady for? Did you keep on drinking and all the powders and the
Oh, it went
wines
exactly
and
the way I wanted it to.
That's awesome. That's good. Yeah, I guess I'll just take a seat and I'll try to get the place ready. Just come join us when you're ready, all right?
Would you come down into the basement with me and help me bring up a cask of ale? It's very heavy and you're very strong.
Yeah, I guess I usually do that later, but sure, yeah, why not? I could use a bit of help.
Yes. I'll follow you.
Oh, okay, sweet, yeah.
And then as they're going down, he can feel that. Oh, that's so much better. I'm a vampire.
Oh my god!
Revelation!
Character arc.
There it is.
That took 6 hours.
That whole arc, that's just Vampire the Masquerade. For anybody that's curious, that's what it is.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Vampire.
Cut to from the basement of Matthias' tavern. We go across the land, out of Geb, towards Blacula.
Yes. You don't go towards Blacula. You go towards Lord Harold. Lord Harold G. Curtis of the very small provincial nation of Zamunda, who is on a diplomatic mission seeking aid for fear that his nation will soon be invaded and wiped from the face of the world and from history. His traveling contingent is quite small, but it does include someone very important to him, his darling true love, Gina. And it is in the waiting room of a castle, their first stop on this diplomatic quest, that she assures him that he will do a good job, because his princely lordly duties have often taken a backseat to his more creative pursuits in life. So he's hoping that the skills he has, or the skills he thinks he has, are going to come in handy here. And he's not sure if they will or not.
So as you're in this waiting room, waiting to go into the sort of grand throne room of this count, you're with your wife, Gina. Your troop members are stretching and doing their vocal warm-ups and preparing to do a performance for him in the hopes that you could have him join your cause for your nation. And you're just waiting there. She's like, okay, you're gonna be great.
Thank you.
All right, don't worry.
Thank you.
We've been here 1,000 times before. There's a lot riding on this, but just try to get that out of your head. It's just another performance.
It's just I mean, like, I know that I'm quite anxious, but also the Count is such a straight. I can't get a read on him, and I'm normally really good at reading people and audiences when they like my stuff. They always do.
I know, he's very stone-faced, doesn't really applaud, doesn't really react. Harold, look, you've had way tougher audiences, and you've always come through. You always find a way to get through the cracks.
I wish you would help me this time. You have such a beautiful voice. You can.
No, I don't like to sing in public that much.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Just don't forget. You don't have to help me this time. It's fine. Just as you encourage me so often, let me encourage you. There are no small parts.
It's true. Well, maybe I could be like a backup singer then.
I want you to take center stage. It would be the only way.
Do you want me to just perform this with you? Or should I stay hang back?
You know what? Why not?
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It'll be great.
Okay,
It'll be
sure.
great.
We'll do it just like we practice at home.
Yes.
When we
Yes.
when we play our own music and able to just dance.
You always get there so fast.
just right on.
Perfect pitch.
Yeah.
Perfect pitch.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
All right, everyone else, you ready? They're all nodding like, yeah, let's do this. Okay. The servant of Count Blacula?
Yes.
Count Scott Blacula?
Yes.
Yes. You're ready to meet Count Scott Blacula. He is very eager for your performance. Everyone ready? They're ready to go?
Yes.
All right. Right this way. This very nice dressed gentleman, like suit, tie, or not without the suit, more like vest, and just nice fine clothes, white gloves. Just opens up the doors into this very nice, fancy, probably the fanciest you've seen in quite some time. There's a massive chair that he sits at. His sort of entourage is just kind of looking at everyone, and it's very.
Oh, wait.
Oh yes, you've got to look the part. You've got to look the part.
Got to look the part.
And then she puts her hand out like this. Walks in with you. And there's Scott Blacula hanging out on his throne room chair, kind of like leaning to the side, a little disrespectful. The rest of his entourage are also just kind of hanging and draped over. They look kind of bored already, which is not great for trying to enter into crown, but you know you can turn it around.
I've turned audiences around in the past.
And Scott is just kind of looking at his entourage, various.
Right back up the
Ew. And
What's on tonight?
and there's. And this would be. Scott, Count Scott Blacula. This is. Your name again?
Lord Harold Gerald.
Lord Harold Gerald. Lord Harold Gerald, all right. Lord Harold Gerald here, and
Lord Harold Gerald Curtis of Zamunda. I thought you knew. I'm sorry.
Lord Harold Gerald.
Gerald Curtis.
Of-
Harold Gerald Curtis of Zamunda.
Zamunda.
Of Zamunda.
Right, of Zamunda is here to seek aid of our house. Is very gracious to perform in front of you tonight as a show of respect and goodwill between both of your houses. You may proceed and Count Scott Blacula?
Yes.
Count Blacula just has his shoulder over his throne room and just looks over at his entourage, who are all just kind of looking at you suddenly and just eyeing you up and down. And you think they're like, ooh, like it's a weird gaze. It's like, it's not that they're excited to see you, but they're just like looking right through you.
And I say, for generations, my people and yours have flirted with being allies. We have come close in the past, but I believe now, in our dire time of need, we may make it clear that we could quantum leap forward to a place of alliance. And it is with that we will sing our first song of diplomacy.
Oh, great.
It's been a long time. Getting from there to here. And I don't know the rest of those words, and I don't think we can give it pay for it anyway. So,
Okay, roll me performance check.
oh my god.
A tale about the journey of the good ship Enterprise.
That we may fortify this enterprise.
Please, eh?
And then after a certain allotted amount of time, the song comes to its natural conclusion. The dancers behind the rest of the troupe doing like interpretive dance as you're singing off this song.
I'm gonna make it a flat because I know that the leveling is
Yeah.
odd. So 15.
That seems right.
You're set to stunning.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Very well done, Harold.
Yes. Yes. That's me.
And then Scott Blacula and who looks like Scott Blacula with a high cape and very fine clothes. They're showing me a picture of Scott Blacula in robes.
Yeah.
We'll get posters to put in a picture of Scott Blacula in robes.
Scott Bakula as a Dracula.
And just kind of saunters over to you
the internet provides.
Looks over to his master of the house. This is the best you could find? Really? I'm terribly sorry, sir. It was a little bit short notice. I know you haven't had a meal in quite some time, but it could be amusing for a while, I think. I guess so. And this is... Points over to your wife.
Yes, the beautiful songstress of our troupe is my wife, the darling Lady Gina.
Nice to meet you, Scott Bakula. Gina, you are quite a vision. Do you mind if I just have a little private talk for a minute?
Oh, yes, but by all means. And I look at her and I'm like,
Oh no!
Goes over, she's like, just come with me a minute, my darling. I'd like to give you a tour of the estate, if you don't mind. I just want to be I wouldn't be much of a count if I didn't do my duties. Yes? Yeah.
I pull out a bottle of tonic and spray my hair. I look at one of my troop and I'm like, this is going fucking great.
I know, I think we sealed the deal. I think you might actually help our
we got
cause.
this.
Yes.
We got this.
In the
Yes.
bag. In
Yes.
the bag.
Eat your heart out, Denzel.
And his entourage kind of like looks at the rest of your troop too, and they kind of looking over to count for a signal. You know what? I changed my mind.
You come again.
Yes. I was gonna turn all of you, but I think you're very talented.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Very
So-
well done. And I think I'd like to hear more for many years to come.
Brilliant.
Yes.
That's just great.
These backup dances, talents, they're dead weight.
What?
Literally. Take them. And the rest of the troop just go on to your backup dancers. Everyone, you're surrounded. They all just start to moan and get just eaten upon and fall to the ground as the entourage vampires just grab onto their necks and to their flesh.
As this memory's coming back to me for the first time in hundreds of years, were you there?
Nice. You were one of the entourage vampires.
What do you keep saying? Yeah.
Yes. How's that one over there, Matthius?
Delicious.
Oh, brilliant. Just saunters over to you. He's like,
You're monsters.
no, I'm a count. Welcome to the family. And just bites onto your neck, and you just black out. And suddenly, you arise from underneath the ground, cold, dead night.
I bang on the lid of the coffin that I'm in a naturally rhythmic beat that I don't even intend. Just. Ooh.
Oh, listen.
What? Ow. Ow, that's gonna be weird. What have you done to me?
I've made you one of us, of course. We took you up on your offer, and we have allowed you to join our ranks as a bard for all eternity.
Yeah, the cat was right.
Yeah.
You can't let talent like yours go to waste.
Ah, not at all.
No. I will never be like you, Blacula.
No,
From,
that's a stretch.
from this day forth, I am Blacula.
Dun, dun, dun.
Amazing.
All right. Then we transition from that, finally, to the last member at the table, but someone who's living, and not
day-
undead.
Xyla didn't die. So before she understood that there was power available to her, the patron hadn't quite connected with her yet. So she was able to have a little bit of magic, but didn't quite understand it. And she was living out in the woods, and this was before she'd really leaned into the witchy wood life, and she was living more on the edge of the town, and her brothers were farmers, and people would come to her for poultices and potion things, but it was all pretty innocuous. Until somebody said, she's a witch, and she's a witch, and she's a witch, and they strung us all up, and they lit us on fire. And she is sitting at the top of a pyre that's burning next to another young woman who's slowly succumbing to the CO2 and the smoke and the inhalation. And before the woman passes and then rises again to talk to Xyla, Xyla hears her struggle. She's like, I don't think I like people very much. And the other young woman tells a story with her about, I'm also not a witch. I'm not a witch either. I don't know what's happening.
This is stupid.
I don't know
I don't believe this is happening. I'm not a witch. I can do spells and stuff, but this is completely unnecessary.
I don't know what I'm going to do now. My brothers are going to be very mad if I don't come back.
How do we get out of this?
I don't think we can. I think that people are just going to always do this to people who are different.
This is the end then?
And, and they look across to one of the other women who had been strung up and was already gone. She's like, I guess we should just tell each other the things that we wish we'd always said out loud. And it's just time to say that mine didn't do anything good. And I will. I'm gonna make friends and I'm gonna make a difference if I ever get out of this. What are you gonna do if you ever get out of this?
Probably stop witchcraft, to be honest. I don't think it's worth this. I'm probably gonna do a whole new line of work. Maybe go join a cleric group of some kind, or maybe there's something of a Saren Ray. I'm kind of over the necromantic thing. It's not worth all this. Nope.
Are you talented or something?
Well, I was talented at raising the undead, but fuck that. I'm not doing that anymore.
Okay, the flames are coming down. It's getting a bit hard to breathe. Okay, if one of us gets out of this, you can tell my brothers, tell all my brothers, all of them, that I love them, okay? You'll find them, they grow the best vegetables, really big, they ever enter every contest. What do you want me to tell your family?
I accidentally fell into necromancy. It wasn't a choice at all. Someone forced me to. What's your name?
I'm Xyla.
Xyla made me do it. It was Xyla that made me do it.
You bitch! Your name. And as she's yelling at her, she realizes that the other woman stops her playing. And then something else talks to Xyla through her. The other woman. What's your name? I'm Xyla, remember? Sounds very different.
Gemma,
And she can't see because they're back to back, so she can just sense a difference between
There's this cold presence behind you. Just wisps of shadow wafting in and out. The shadow from the flames coming up. You can still kind of see the outline of this entity behind you, but it's formless. It is just wave upon tentacle of wave of dark entity and shadow just looming behind you.
Are you ready to take my deal then, finally? You've been such a promising student in the dark arts. It would be a shame to let it go to waste. I accept. Lovely.
The orange flame starts to flicker into bright orange and purple hue, and the purple starts to take over from the bottom into the ends of the flickering flames. Starts to simmer down into the wood. Your friend beside you cooked up a bit.
I'm gonna do you one favor more.
This will seal the deal between us. You will give yourself over to me, do my bidding, and in exchange, I will help you become one of the most powerful necromantic witches in all of Geb.
What do you ask?
See the person beside you. The flame has kind of taken over their entire body. You just see kind of the husk of their former living shell. The purple flame comes up from the bottom and covers the corpse that is charred. And you see the form start to shrink and malform. And just starts to do circles around.
All right. It turns out I'm gonna make my first friend.
You're welcome. Just walks over to you and just with a confused face.
I really like mushrooms. How do you feel about mushrooms, pig? And we will walk away steaming smoke off of us from the pyres of witches that have been burned, and we head away into the forest on our own.
Nice.
Off into the forest, into the night, towards the cottage that you wound up owning.
And
it's
only
from
burning down a
here,
little bit.
From these flashbacks that we come back.
And you still set fires?
That's where the obsession began.
You're right, though. You're like, there's somebody in that pig.
We come back to the present moment. Blunderbuss coming over John Seagul's head, aimed at this translucent leader of these clerics. And as you're about to cock the blunderbuss and send it flying, we're gonna take a short break. Keep him coming for more. Keep him coming for more. We're gonna take a quick break right here, everybody, just to stretch the legs, refill the drinks. We'll be back to finish session 3 right after this. Don't go anywhere. Woo!
Yeah! Water. Earth. Fire. Air. Only the Avatar can master all 4 elements. But this is not a story about the Avatar. Avatar Legends, a game for spirits.
Love what you're seeing and want even more? Whether you're a game master, a player, or just a fan, we'd love to have you along for the ride. So join our Patreon now.
And welcome back, everyone. So this has got to be the longest cliffhanger that I've pulled. Left with a cliffhanger, waited an entire week, came back, still not finished the cliffhanger until now. So we step back into our present combat with John Seagul pulling out the blunderbuss, taking aim over at the lead cleric. Fire your shot, my man.
Misfire.
Nat one.
Fired at last. Oh, we're gonna go with the big dice.
Here we go.
Big guy.
Ooh. Plus 9.
Ooh.
That's 21.
Hey.
Will that do something?
Are you going against the...
Oh, I'm point blank. Like I possibly could not miss.
Shocked. Ops them for me.
Goes right into this positive energy form, and you see it ripple across. Doesn't seem to take effect.
Oh no. Try that one. I jump and go to bite this entity.
Ooh.
Fascinating.
Oh no.
Well, shit. Okay.
Positive damage isn't gonna do it.
Smart.
So you used your action one action to move up there.
Okay.
Your second action to shoot. So you would either need an action to jump to him, to bite him, because you got to get close up.
Okay.
So you can either move towards him, or do a ranged attack for your last one. You can't jump and bite him. That would be 2 extra actions.
Jumping bite is not a.
Jumping bite. It's gonna bite, but he has to be in melee range, which he has to move towards.
Shoot through yourself and have the bullet hit him with.
Shoot one of the other dudes.
Yeah, you could shoot one of the other guys.
I'd have to reload.
Reload, yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so I.
Do you have a panache thing you can do?
I would have to
Gain panache.
I would have to gain the panache. So
And then you have it till next.
yes, I will use the action to jump forwards in front of the entity there to gain panache. Barrel roll.
There you go. So I guess you got a roll, right, for that?
Do barrel roll.
I like that you've become the tank. You're just gonna jump in front of things all the time.
I'm gonna reroll that.
Use your hero point.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, it would be acrobatics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 15.
Oh.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
11 on acrobatics. Sorry.
There you go. So you. How do you flip over? Do you just like a twisting,
I
like
fire?
Doc Sparrow Gainer?
Yeah, so I fire. I notice that it does nothing. I throw my shoulder
Brum,
and
bum, bum,
twist
ba-dum.
this way and do like a corkscrew flip in front of him. That's impressive.
Well done.
Do your worst.
All right. So after that,
Ooh, can I
Become-
say something specifically?
yeah.
His worst might
To use that staff of yours.
Oh.
Let me use that staff of yours.
No, you use that. Like,
Use that staff of yours. Go ahead.
Oh, you just wait. We'll end that there. Going over to Matt.
Oh,
Finally.
lovely.
What the fuck is in this cave?
Yes, earlier you had mentioned that there were weapons and stuff along the wall, and I'd like to search through them looking
Yeah.
for...
You made that perception check.
Yes, which was a 21.
21. Do some for me. So yeah, looking around in that sort of secret storage room there, you notice a few things in that check. You notice a map.
Ooh.
Leading from around this area into some sort of destination with a big black sort of circle around it.
Oh, take it.
To like the outskirts of Grey Dirge. You see, again, those various histories of Gebites history, a few of those necromantic spell books, few gold, few trinkets, some weapons, some fairly mundane. One that looks particularly of interest to you is this massive looking like tri-gun handgun
Oh.
that's got like a fairly big handle with like 3 massive barrels on it. In this like steel, silver, metal lining with like designs that kind of look goblin-like.
Oh.
And it's like crude and hard and sharpness of it's made, but sturdy and strong. And there's 3 barrels in
Are
it.
there any runes on it in that goblin?
No runes.
Okay. And you said there are other weapons. Any swords?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just generic sort of swords, rapiers, spears,
Okay.
staffs.
Okay. Well, I will take the map. And is an action to take each thing that I want to
Yeah.
take? Okay. In that case, I will grab the gun. I will grab the map, and I will enter the room.
Okay.
Um,
You just got a big boom gun, if you want to look up what that does.
big boom gun. I will add that.
Gonna live vicariously through you.
Big a bada boom.
this is my boomstick.
Yeah. But so you move into the room.
Yes.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And as I walk in,
Standard.
yeah, I have the gun and the map. I'll just be pocketing the map. Does this seem loaded?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I can't fire it anyway, but I'll just come in and say, "What the bloody hell is going on in here?"
You see like this energy of pure light and radiant energy just sort of floating in his humanoid form with this glowing cloak and sigil Sarenrae on the brooch, holding the onyx staff of the red sphere on top, toe-to-toe with John Seagul. The acolytes moving in to manipulate the undead with their energies. It's a pretty crazy standoff. Edward behind a rock.
Is the cleric who turned into this weird thing facially?
It looks like the human that you were chasing.
Still, it just looks just like.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. But I didn't remember them from any time in the past anyway, because they said they've been here since.
Yeah.
Since everyone.
Since Geb turned his mostly living residences into undead like a long time ago.
Okay.
You've been around when that event happened, but
Yeah.
you haven't met this person.
Okay.
before.
Well, I'm in there now. This looks like a big bag of shit. We should leave. That's me.
All that to say, fuck this place. All right, going over to Blacula.
Yes. So, I will enter the space, somewhat kind of in a haze.
Haze?
A purple haze. Not quite that haze yet. After kind of after the flashback I just had. And I look at you, Matthius. You were there, sucker.
What?
You were there.
Are we doing this again?
And I hold up my hand, not at you, but just out, and I go, and I'm going to cast telekinetic maneuver.
Okay.
On the staff in the glowing motherfucker's hand.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Oh my god.
You can attempt to disarm, shove, or trip the target using a spell attack roll instead of an athletics check.
Okay.
The target can be a foe or something they carry.
Okay, so you're targeting the staff
Yes.
from the translucent hand
Yes.
with a psychic move. Okay.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And it's spell attack plus 9. Cool. So that is 28 on a natural 19.
Oh! My plans!
AC is 27.
Oh!
Not even kidding.
Let's go.
Not even kidding. So going over to you, just
Why don't you use that staff of yours?
do you think he's like about to use it? You're like, oh shit, it's coming.
You might actually.
And so does it drop or does it go to you?
It's a telekinetic maneuver, so it says I can attempt to disarm.
So I'm assuming it just clang, clang, clang falls to the ground.
Yeah, if I look up the disarm action, I will confirm that.
Yep.
But I believe that is what it would be. The opponent's grasp, it falls to the ground. Success, you weaken your opponent's grasp. Yeah. Was that wasn't a critical?
No, not at all. Just
No.
success.
Okay, then I weaken my opponent's grasp on the item until the start of that creature's turn. Attempts to disarm the opponent of that item gain a +2 circumstance, and the target takes a -2 circumstance penalty to attack with the item or other checks requiring a firm grasp.
Yeah, so
of the
critical
item
success would be needed.
to
take
make
it out
it
of
drop
grasp.
completely.
So you're kind of like cranking their arm for them to be able to use it.
yeah.
So you kind of have this like go like, he goes, he's trying his best to try to do something with it, but he's got his wrist is being controlled by this purplish dark magic as you're just looking over at him and this glow going.
And I say, "What's the matter, sucker? Having problems holding on?"
Yeah!
Oh my god. Okay. Determine the target of the item, get a +2 circumstance bonus. So you get a +2 circumstance bonus to the disarm.
Anyone who attempts to
So anyone gets a +2 to it as well.
disarm them, yes.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So yeah, he goes for it. He's just being cranked out of his hand there. Anything else you want to do?
With my movement and that spell, that is my turn.
Okay.
Wait.
Huh?
Don't you still have one action left?
You moved out there. You did your psychic
A
move.
spell.
Does it cost 2 actions?
Is
Oh,
There you go.
that's trash. Red.
Welcome to being a spellcaster.
All right.
They'd be too good.
yeah.
Back up to the top of the round
I mean, that was bad.
with our head priest.
Oh,
Damn it!
So it's oh crap.
Doesn't have to be.
That's the end of the disarm, right?
No.
Till your turn, right?
Till your
Let's see.
turn.
Oh, hold on. Oh, until the start of that creature's turn. Shit.
Unfortunate!
I'm having trouble holding that. Yes.
No.
Still impressive though. You got past the AC to do it, so that's pretty
Do you have
insane.
any stuff that helps extend it?
Oh, that's just the action. Let me take a look at the spell. Telekinetic maneuver. It doesn't have anything. It doesn't have any like heightened effects.
Or it can't be sustained?
I don't think
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
False.
Alas. Well, shit.
Okay, so
He showed strength.
as you're controlling the hand, the staff sort of leaning towards the ground, this little tether of radiant light comes from the very clerics that are there next to the radiant soul, and it starts to imbue the body with radiant light and it glows brighter just to get over the psychic hold you have onto it, backing towards you. Enough of this. The radiant positive energy hand, like a carnage venom symbiote, goes and just becomes daggerish with these long butcher knife-like fingers, and they just break against your midriff.
Jeez.
Not his midriff.
He needs that.
My goodies are.
31.
Yes.
Watch out!
No.
He's already been cut. What happened?
Is that a critical success?
No.
Oh.
It would have
It
to
would
be
be like a 40.
That is 25 points of positive damage.
Oh! Too much. Too much. Much too much.
You said how? Let's see, 24 negative.
Positive.
Sorry, positive.
So it damages
You sure?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
22.
You positive about that?
Feels negative.
Okay.
Okay. Does that to you. Then they are going to use a spell. That is a 31 to you, Blacula.
31 what?
Attack
It,
to you, using a spell.
to hit me.
Yes, to hit you.
Yikes. It does hit. My AC is 17.
In this case, not a good number.
Critical success. The 10 above your AC.
Yes.
Okay. So this is gonna hurt.
Allegedly.
Remember when you said we should go?
Yes, let's leave.
Ulric still has a turn.
That's true, you could killing all of them in one turn.
Bounce around the room.
Yeah, you're gonna deal negative damage too, so that might actually do shit to him.
Oh, you see something.
breaks the midriff of John Seagul's abdomen. Bunch of the undead flesh just flies over and just splatters across the rock. You almost concave backwards as most of the muscle fibers in your stomach are gone with a clean swipe. Looks over to Blacula. How dare your undead magic touch my radiant being? They send this beam of searing positive light over to you, Blacula. Critical hit means double the damage. 40 points of fire damage. Ignites the undead vampire.
Ignites.
Fire damage.
Oh no.
My HP is exactly 40.
You just ignite in flame and start to just squeal out in pain and fall directly down to the ground.
Now, I have a question.
I would hope you do.
I have a reaction
Okay.
that is triggered when a creature damages me. Is it still take effect before I fall?
I would say it's a reaction, yes.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen, alright?
Strong words for the dungeon master right now.
Okay. I need you to attempt a will save. And I just need to make sure I know what that DC is.
Probably be your spell DC.
Yes, it's 19.
21.
Oh, yuck. Okay. Let's see. So you succeeded, but it wasn't a critical.
No.
Okay. So here's what happens. You cast the spell at me, and I ignite in flame. And it hurts. And I'm dying. But also, a good death scene is not something you pass up. So as I'm engulfed in flame, I use my reaction to cast the spell Overselling Flourish. And I make a fucking meal of it. So,
Okay.
So as I'm dying, I say,
Oh, he's wonderful.
why must I be cursed by wretched radiance? And I turn it into a song. If sunlight is my bane, why did I fall in love in South Central LA?
Oh, so well done. I still don't know where LA is.
It's a place I invented. It's in the script.
I'm good at that.
So on a success, a creature is thrown off by my display and becomes dazzled until what would be the start of my next turn.
Whoa!
The entity's like, oh my god.
Wow. Okay.
Nicely done.
Well done.
I get back up, still on fire. They love me. They really love me.
You can see him every night at the Welcome Inn.
And then I actually pass out.
Maybe not.
So that creature is dazzled. So you are all concealed from them. They need to make a flat 5 check when targeting an attack, spell, or an effect. Area effects aren't subject to this flat check. If the check fails, the attack, spell, or effect doesn't affect you. So you can still be observed. You're tough to target, but still giving you an edge here. Great. So as you just, it's like, Just like, just keep looking at him. It's like, it's taking so long.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh. And the brightness of the flame you're able to like manipulate with your own vampirism powers is and the brightness of the light, kind of even from a positive energy being, it's just like, it's even bright for them for a minute.
Dazzling, isn't it?
Help!
Okay. Brilliant. Simply brilliant. Okay. And then for the third action, they are going to shout out to the priests and the acolytes. This is taking too long. We need to get to the final destination. Cleansing light, flee! And he fires a radiant blast at the top of the cave.
I mean, they're running from us.
We're winning. As I'm like oozing out my organs.
He's on fire.
He's on
light
fire.
comes in from this head cleric. One kind of goes through the rocky ceiling and starts to make this rumbling earthquake.
Oh, that's a bad sound.
That's his last action. After that, I think we come to Edward.
Cool. Edward's having a time. Hiding behind some rocks and then suddenly having a flashback to a life he forgot.
To loot or to shoot?
The classic conundrum.
Yeah. I got a new gun.
Yeah, Edward's going to. So their intent is to flee. He's currently dazzled. I'm going to do cover fire.
Okay.
So what this does is that if they choose to take cover, they do get an advantage. They're going to get a +4 circumstance bonus to their AC.
Okay.
However, if they choose not to, they take I gain a +1 circumstance bonus to my next attack roll. And this is entirely on the basis of whether or not they're able to react in this moment. Up to you, GM discretion, if they quite feel like taking cover or if they're capable of doing so while trying to flee.
So you're gonna shoot at them. They're able to use a reaction to flee.
Basically, they need to decide before I roll my attack, because I'll roll an attack. If they duck out of the way, they'll gain a +2 circumstance bonus to AC against my attack, or +4 if they have
they can
cover.
choose to duck out of the way.
Yeah, if they, but it will make it so any other ranged attacks they do, -2.
Gotcha. So they can either duck or take the penalty. They can duck and take the penalty, or choose not to and keep things.
Correct.
And potentially take that hit.
Exactly.
I will say that the acolytes are more concerned with you and you. You've kind of hidden for a bit, and you've kind of gotten out of their sight, so you just shooting them. I'll say they don't see it coming.
Cool. So yeah, firing at the closest acolyte. That's a good roll right there. So that is a 29 to hit. Is that a crit? With one of the acolytes? Yeah! Cool.
That's how.
Oh yeah, because 27 was.
Okay, so that is
lead priest was 27.
2d6 plus 1d10.
The acolytes aren't that high.
You mean the last crit?
Oh yeah, +1. So that is 8 plus 2 plus 1 is 11. 11 damage. So I'm imagining that Ed swings up and just like twirls the gun in their hand and just boom, shoots the guy straight to the fucking eyes.
Yeah, you go there, and it's not a kill shot necessarily, but you go. The acolyte's about to lift one of their scepters, one of their maces, to another cleric. Positive radiant spell against Ulric. The bullet doesn't hit them in the brain, but just hits it like past the bone eye socket, smashing one of their eyes. And they just fall to the ground, pool of blood coming down at their knees and their feet.
What, they're gonna yell at the shiny dude. Say, "What's a god without followers, asshole?"
Very well done. Anything else?
More shots.
Yes, I do. Because gunslinger. I am now going to do. I'm now going to do the Raconteur's Reload, where I am going to do another distraction.
Okay.
So deception check. Nat 20!
Okay.
So that's so I've created another diversion by doing that. I'm assuming it's from me yelling that.
Yeah, are you doing it to one of the acolytes or the one that you shot or that you shot? Or anyone else specific?
I'm doing it to
Well, he yelled at the god.
at the god guy, so him
Okay.
specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, and so as a result of that, like reload as I'm yelling that, and then I'm gonna let out one final shot at him.
All right, so I bet you still have to roll for the diversion, I think.
Right.
Yes?
That was
No, that was the roll.
That was a
the
20.
Oh, what was the total?
Oh, the total was, so that would be a deception check. So, sorry, one sec. So deception is plus 10, so that'd be 30.
Woohoo! Shut up.
All right, same thing. That searing light over to Black. And John Seagul just sort of backing away with his guts, trying to get his guts back in there. Asshole! Just reaches over to you, or his eyesight reaches over to you. You can see, feel the radiant eyes just burning in the back of your skull and zombie skin as you get back into the rock, and he is like, he took that personally.
Okay. And then I'm gonna take one final shot.
Go for it.
Is it a magical gun?
It is not, unfortunately. But I'm not shooting.
Yeah.
I'm not shooting at him. I'm gonna shoot at the staff.
Oh!
Okay.
I'm gonna hero point that.
No, there we go.
Oh yeah! Yeah! Fucking do it! Yeah! Woo!
That's our show, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
And because he got debuffed by Mr.
Oh, that went away.
Fuck.
No, the
dazzling.
Oh, the dazzle, no.
So Red total will be like 33, basically after all of this.
How much damage?
Wow.
You double it.
Yep.
to the staff.
Are you aiming for the crystal ball? Or the
Yes.
staff itself?
Crystal ball.
Shit.
Okay.
I thought you were trying to shoot it out of his hand.
It might happen.
Whatever happens, happens.
That would be disarm.
Yeah, that's
So
dedicated action.
Ooh. Okay, so that's
double
5 plus 14. 14 damage.
Oh gosh.
has a staff in hand. You're back there.
Oh, yeah.
Goes on the corner as he just sees it going here and is holding that staff with the radiant thing. And it freezes in place. You see red tethers and black energy. Oh! There is a radiant blast.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I'm so sorry. Everybody but me.
And not me.
And you. So I need Ulric. Blacula is already on 0.
Shit. Uh-oh.
So you auto fail.
Yeah.
John Seagul and you all make reflex saves.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It was the performance of an unlifetime.
22. 26.
22, 26.
Fine.
Fail. So 22.
Oh, do I need to
He's
roll
out
too?
of range.
I'm out of the
Oh,
range.
sorry.
Yeah.
22,
26.
26.
Oh, shit.
You're not undead though, so
Oh, yeah,
good.
that's true.
Radiant won't do as much to
No, but
you.
this is Berline's
This is
staff.
You're like,
not
ah, my eye.
staff.
This is Berline's staff.
Staff.
Right.
So it's negative?
Oh. Interesting.
I'm resistant to negative.
That was bloody cool, but Berline might be pissed.
Berline just like, you did fucking what?
Telling it was you.
Shit.
I'll tell her it's the people who got damaged clearly by her staff.
Negative? I don't know.
I mean, survive first.
I'm holding my intestines.
It's just
Shut up.
crit heals you.
I don't like how much is rolling.
Oh.
It's the fucking crystal of a powerful necromantic staff.
You told us to make big choices.
You sure did. That was the biggest one of all. All of a sudden, this red, mercury, viscous, and black swirled necromantic tornado just takes hold in the center of this room. Rocks and stalactites are starting to fall and crumble as this entire cave is starting to collapse down on itself. 40 points of negative damage takes hold, healing the undead by 40.
Hey!
Blacula!
I'm so sorry.
But Xyla takes 40 points and is unconscious. And the rocks start to crumble. The entire cave is starting to fall.
Time to go.
Ulric,
Grab Xyla!
for grabbing Xyla immediately.
Are we still in initiative?
Depends on you if you want to keep fighting or do you want to get out of here before this whole thing falls.
Time to leave.
Get out of here.
Edward!
How do they look?
Potion!
They look
Flask!
fucked as
Gotcha.
these two.
Wiped out.
First the skin, then is exposing the meat
Terminator 2.
on the bodies that then go off on the bones. It is the Terminator Judgment Day scene.
Yeah!
They explode.
So
Anyway.
we have the potion from, because I collected from the pool, so I've given
got
it to
Xyla.
Ulric.
All I'm focused on right now is as quick as I can getting that to her.
Okay. The lead cleric. Big scarring on the positive energy body as half of his human form is exposed, half and half. And scarring goes up to his face, but it's also being healed at the same time. It's this weird sort of perpetual torture that just like a constant ironing board or an iron just like stuck onto his face.
Captain, grab the staff.
Well, is the staff like?
It's next to you.
The sphere on top is gone, but the staff is still intact.
Yeah, one hand on my intestines. Oh no, I'm healed. I'm like,
Yeah, they just.
You're gonna grab. That's mine. Thank
So
you.
this is up to you. Do you want to be out of combat and take exploration actions, or do you want to keep here and keep fighting?
out.
Out?
Out?
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're out of combat as you all start to make some final actions and leave. You are picking up the staff handle.
Staff.
You are
Pouring the.
pouring that as you
Yeah,
leave.
running.
Up and carry her, yeah.
Okay.
I will. I'm gonna. You don't need help carrying Xyla, right?
Oh no.
Okay, I'm just fucking booking it for the exit then.
Okay.
Our exit is still basically where we came in,
Uh,
or through the ceiling, I suppose.
I mean,
How
if
you
you
gonna
want to
do
wait to have tons of rocks fall on you to get up to the ceiling, that's on to you. You are able to see that casings and shelves fall over. Some more weapons are revealed to you that you could try to pick up on your
Is there
way
like
out.
a fancy-looking sword?
There, make a perception check.
Can I also?
14.
There is a very ominous-looking, dark, leathered text with silver spikes along the top of it, and this undead skull wreathed in silver with like a snake tongue coming out of it, and a weapon beside it that has similar iconography. That's a circled handle. So like a circle with a handle in the middle.
That's badass.
And spikes coming out of it, known as star knife.
Oh, I'm grabbing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
This
the
is
book-
so cool.
And the book too.
Oh, sure, yeah. I'll take all the shit. Let's go.
Take out, you
Grab
run
what you
out of the
can.
cave. Everyone else. Blacula.
I mean, I'm just. Wow. If only a king had seen this. Oh, we gotta get the fuck out of here. I would like, if I'm making a beeline to get out of here, but if there's anything I can grab on the way.
All right, make perception check.
So I got a star knife. Oh, that's cocked. Sorry.
+1 star knife, to be exact.
Ooh.
No, 12.
Used your hero point for that? Twice?
No, it was cocked.
Oh, sorry.
I can use my hero point. Let's
You want to?
Let's use a hero point. Let's use a hero point and watch what happens. Yeah, get some shit. All right, let's go. Nat 20.
Oh! Yeah! Get some for everyone.
With this today.
I get a bouquet of flowers automatically for flavor, but what else?
Really love me. You love me. So it's hard to tell. Rocks starting to fall down all around you. You see Matthius like shit, just going around picking up stuff as they're running out the door here. The only thing you find that hasn't smashed or been broken from the debris or things falling over is a small red velvet pouch with the signs with the symbol of the Bloodlords on it.
Ooh.
It feels a bit heavy.
I just peek inside.
Get out.
Get out. Nice.
You almost dropped that in.
In the Terminator pinch?
Brilliant.
Oh.
So you're looking at dark metal coins, octagon shaped. One side has a symbol of the Bloodlord's sigil, and the other one has a skull with little blood red sapphires in the eyes.
Hell yeah. Get the fuck out of there.
All right.
One's a favor.
Let's go.
All right. Getting out. Everyone's able to run out. I need you all to make one more reflex save to see if the boulders fall on you as this entire cave is falling down. Dun, dun, dun.
15.
16.
15, 16.
12.
Sorry, you said reflex?
Yeah.
Busy counting me.
Yeah, I'm like
So 15.
15.
12.
14. Or sorry, 15.
16.
11?
Everyone under 15.
Great. Hey,
Healed
great. That's
it.
great. Hey,
Shouldn't
great.
have peeked. Shouldn't have peeked. Loot and
Peek.
Are you really? You're gonna shame him about looting?
I said loot and scoot. He Austin Gandon.
You did for an entire round, you son of a bitch.
17 points of bludgeoning damage as you're kind of holding
good
behind, trying to get Xyla out of there, and a boulder you narrowly miss one, but you just run into another one. Kind of hits you into the shoulder blade, almost dislocates it, almost drops Xyla, but you carry them still, running through. You're like, I feel great.
Shit! God damn motherfucker!
The rest of you able to just bolt out of there,
Vampire skills.
and you see
Is it for the same amount? This is
17, yeah.
17, yeah.
And the lead cleric here, they're being just stuck there in just torture as the boulders start falling onto them. But that bolt that they shot into the sky somehow tethers them. You see their radiant form disappear into the ceiling as the whole thing falls down to the ground.
Do you think it's gonna backfire that I accidentally trapped a possible god in existential hell? Is that maybe gonna backfire on us?
No.
Who cares? Run!
I have no opinion. I'm a dead.
And as you all rush to get out of the cases before it collapses, I need you to make us our first death saving.
Oh.
I'm pouring this as soon as using possible. the.
Oh yeah, right. Glug glug.
So,
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna roll it in this.
Just one.
Spirit of Destiny.
Waterboarders.
So you're looking for a result of an 11 or higher, because it's 10 plus your dying condition. So you're dying 1 currently.
Record on
This is your feat while you're running. You just can't quite get to me in time.
Again, be impartial.
Okay. Okay.
Xyla, it's not your time yet.
Sorry.
You all race back to the way you came, up into that cellar, one at a time, getting out of there, and a plume of smoke just leaves up into the cellar as sunrise is now starting to take hold over Grey Dirge. Celebration's still going on. The party's been going on all night long. What would you all like to do?
I'm pouring this in Xyla's mouth as soon as possible.
All right. Wait a moment.
Cover the nose and close them out.
Come on.
Nothing seems to be happening.
CPR.
I'm going to do battle medicine and treat wounds.
Okay.
26.
26. So you go to them. How do you resuscitate them? How do you get them back up?
I am doing like chest compressions, fingers. You're tiny, like a toddler.
All you hear is like a squeaky toy, like a dog toy.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So trying to press them back, you see their skin is riddled with like a black and red sparkled rash that's kind of digging deep into their skin and irritating various parts. Come on. Roll a 14. Starts to awake. Bits of black and red blood comes out of their mouth onto the ground, but they're able to start to breathe a bit once more. You also have now Wounded 1. So whenever you resuscitate from the dying condition, you gain a Wounded 1 condition. And those can accumulate into the DC you have to beat the next time you hit death saving throws.
Is there a way to rescind those, or?
There is. You can treat wounds for wounded, but you have to take a rest for it to come into effect.
Okay. I see.
So the DC is for success is 15.
Yep.
And so I got 26, so that's critical. So that's 4d8. Ooh.
Oh my.
12, 24.
Amazing.
There you go.
You're telling me.
So they're able to get you back up, stitch any wounds or anything, and make you feel whole again.
Are you all right?
No! I'm gonna give you a big hug, and I throw my arms up. They don't really reach around you at all.
His neck.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I think I've realized that I love all of you guys, but I don't think I want to die.
It's not that fun, trust me.
It's only good if you can come back.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Preferably with fangs, because all of this is quite unsettling.
What happened to the whole, escape thing?
What was that?
Yeah, that was weird. Did you switch? Whose voice is this now, you bloody vulture?
Ventriloquist.
And poor Edward will pull out their voice box. They have none in there. Let's go. I think it's mine.
What?
I don't know. Did anybody else get memories while we were in there?
Ah, Nadira.
Oh, was it? Oh, I thought it was just me.
No, it was not just you. I will confess that my performance was inspired.
You were on good form.
You were there, you motherfucker!
We have been over this so many times.
You were there!
Yes, we
I forgot!
this
I forgot because it was 400 years or some shit. You were there.
Yes, we've been over this for 400 years.
Xyla,
Once in a while you remember, then we're fine.
I'm glad you're still alive.
I'm
What's
glad
up?
that you're all still you, and that you didn't.
This one's a bit weird.
But are you yourself? More now?
Get back to you on that. And they're gonna like go here and just like crush this together.
Yeah. Yeah, let's say yes.
It's weird that that's fucking comforting.
Yeah.
Normally I hear your voice and I
yes.
want to murder you.
You know what? I believe that it is when you develop a parasocial relationship with a character on stage. It's a whole thing. I'll explain it another time.
I got this bloody cool knife. And look at this book. Ooh, and a fun gun.
Are we out of the danger of the place collapsing on top of us?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, did Mortimer come with us? Is Mortimer with us? Did he make it out?
He is.
The hand?
Oh,
Oh, this day's the best.
Did he completely heal into a full form and then like
Get smooshed.
He stayed in this room the entire time. Never even left.
Oh goodness.
Shit.
All right.
Okay.
So what are we going to tell Berline?
Ooh, I have a question. I might have misheard earlier. Are we in Grey Dirge?
Yes.
Well, we don't have to go straight to Berlin.
Why?
Because the Welcome Inn, my tavern, is in this town. Who'd like a good drink and a little bit of a sleep? Because the sun's in the sky, and that's not fun for this vampire.
Yeah.
that sounds delightful. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
I feel like I owe you an explanation over a good drink, as I'm still pondering this tube. 'Cause I did not drink it, and I did not lose it either.
Can he
Go for
roll?
a
Can he
drink
roll
and-
for pondering tube?
Oh, you are not pondering well.
I'm not pondering it that much.
He said have a drink. So
Yes, let's have a couple of drinks, and I'll explain.
Rum's your drink, right?
Rum is quite
I've
my
got rum
drink.
from all over the place.
Usual. Count away.
How's bourbon? Good bourbon?
Got bourbon, got
Good.
wine, got ale, everything.
It's fine.
one of Xyla's tinctures?
Take a quick inspection of the staff while we're walking to said
Okay.
tavern. Obviously, the orb itself is broken. But is there any sort of... Does the staff still work without said orb? It's just the stick?
It's just a very strong onyx stick now.
I accidentally killed Berlin.
We'll find out.
I am going to hold on to it for the time being. I'm going to put it in my little back sheath.
Awesome.
Gotta hold on to this.
Oh yeah, that has real.
Figure out the blame later.
Yeah. I'm really British.
Oh, yeah.
Come, drinks on Blacula, because he seems to have acquired some coin while we were down there.
Those are not legal tender, first of all, and second of all, I believe that as the, let's admit, star of the evening,
Moved.
that whatever libations come our way should be on the house.
Agreed. I'm feeling rather generous.
Yes.
Also, as we get there, we should be very fucking careful because people are trying to arrest us.
Right.
So let's look very closely to make sure it's not a trap.
Ooh, yes.
Xyla, what were you? What were you gonna say?
Oh, I could ask if you've got undead flesh stuff on the menu at your place.
Oh, we've got everything.
I think he's got quite a bit of flesh over there.
We serve the quick and the dead.
All right, so going over to your tavern,
Yes.
the Welcome Inn.
The welcome in.
All right. So yeah, it's not fully sunny yet. The sun's still sort of rising. So you still got a bit of time to get over there in the shade before light takes hold. The oranges and the pinks and the light blues are trying to take over from the night sky, but this party's still going on. They're undead. They don't gotta sleep. The party goes all night, baby. So you get through the crowd of, again, the pink rose petals, the floral head dresses, the Day of the Dead celebration that's kind of going on around here. all the colors of the rainbow around you, the red tapestry on all the tall bone and sand buildings around you. You're able to just kind of get through the alleyways and get out of sight. You don't notice any Death Knights around anymore. They might have moved on. Dawn is not here anymore. Parades have kind of like left this section of the city, and now
There's
it's
still
a big block party.
there's still music and everything.
Yeah, there's still
happening?
music. There's still the organs playing, and the rock bands are going to town. But you're able to kind of sleuth and find what your tavern. So your tavern, what does it look like? What's the outside? What's the signage?
Yeah, it's got a sign that says "The Welcome Inn," and then on the door it says "Welcome In" because it's vampires. But it's rather unassuming from the outside. It looks it's not broken down, not dilapidated, not shitty. It's decided.
This is a tagline.
No.
Not dilapidated, not shitty.
It is decidedly average, though. But there is a sign that says, the party goes from dusk till dawn every night, and we offer discounted beds for living tourist types. Yes, if you have a pulse, then this is a safe space for you when traveling in Geb. Rooms are single occupancy only.
Matt, did you get runes so it would read that every time we read it out loud?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Wow. All right. Going inside.
I know we need to keep a low profile and everything, but I think I hear Earth, Wind, and Fire playing. We could dance for a little while.
Come on inside.
Fine.
Go in. We buggered off, but I would have left people who work there, so it's not like closed down, unless there's someone who.
Yeah, you go inside, and immediately you see your second in command, Gizmo, with vampire fangs and a big mark on his neck that you left him all those years ago.
5,000 years.
He just goes and you just burst open. They're like, "Hey, everybody!
Gizmo! These are my new friends.
Where the fuck have you been?
On the lam.
Again? This is like the 7th time this year.
Yes, well, you see, a couple of nights ago, Blacula and I...
Oh, I don't want to hear it. You implicate me every time. Look, we're a little busy in here. Just make your friends feel comfortable.
Sure.
I'll get to it soon, okay?
Yes.
We're in busy hour. There's a big celebration outside.
We have some fresh kills that we can feed my orc friend here.
Yeah. They're in the cellar with the other body.
Good. Everything should be nice. Comp everyone here tonight. They're all with me. Has anyone come looking for Blacula and I?
A couple times, yeah, and I've had to lie every fucking time, saying I don't know where they are, because quite frankly, well, it's not much of a lie, because you don't ever tell me where you fucking go. You're here to help out, then you leave, for months at a time, for me to do everything.
Why are you always complaining?
I like this kid.
Because you make me have to complain all the time. You never give me a break.
Don't tell you anything, so you're not implicated.
It's like
So I don't tell you where I am, but you're complaining about that. Make up your mind, Gizmo. Shit.
Sorry, it's been a long day. Understaffed. Ghouls keep eating the living that come inside, and then the vampires eat the... It's just...
Sounds like a good time.
Sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not. But you're right. I'm getting to... I'm sorry.
We might go hang out. Oh, yeah, bring it in.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm sorry. We're going to go into the back room, so we're out of sight,
All right.
because we're still on the land.
Is there anything new, fresh? You know what? I don't want to know. If anyone comes in here, I'll try to get rid of them.
Yeah, get rid of them.
All right. Have fun at the welcome in.
Thank you.
Fun at the welcome in.
Yes.
Thank you, Kimbo.
Unless you see Dazon Dazul.
Okay.
If she comes in,
Yeah.
I'd like to tell her something that she could get to Lord King Geb.
All right. We haven't had a lot of emissaries go through these doors like ever.
That's what you think. I mean, nothing. And I walk away.
Yes,
Right.
it might happen.
Yeah. No. If Zahn comes in, I'll let him know.
Send her back.
Okay.
You're a good kid, Gizmo.
I was.
Fuck. Been a good kid for 5,000 years.
He's almost had a hard life.
All right, so you go and whisk your friends into the back room here to look over things you've discovered, make your next plans. What would you all like to do now?
Holding said green ooze. I believe I owe you all a bit of an explanation because my actions back there were, as you could assume, a bit obscure.
Yeah.
As you could imagine, I wasn't always this radiant of a pirate. I was once this adventurous pirate, and I made a deal with Mr. Jones that I would give him my soul, but I would have immunity. Nothing could hurt me. No bullet shots, no rapiers, no sharks, no nothing. And I sailed the seven seas for hundreds of years. Until he caught up me and stabbed me in the chest.
Oh, sorry. Oh, this is a backstory. Sorry. Hold on. A bottle of your finest RH No.
Ram and RH from everybody. And I promised him, we made another bit of a deal, and quite frankly, I'm not that great at deals. I promised him 5 worthy souls in exchange for mine. And that's why I stayed and waited for a 5th to join our ranks. And my intention was to sail back to Jones, call him up with this coin. Jones said to me, toss the coin into the sea and I will be there. And I would gain my immunity back, be immortal forever, and sail as Captain John Seagul for eternity.
This all sounds very romantic, but are you implying that we are the 5 souls that you are going to trade?
Yeah, obviously.
Was.
Wait.
More preferred term.
Oh, like us? Wow, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, that's total bullshit.
I mean,
He's trying to tell us that we're his friends now.
Thank you, V1. Thank you.
Oh, it was missed. It wouldn't have worked anyway. I don't have a soul.
Oh, but you do. And Jones would have loved you as part of his crew. But in reality, this fine artifact would give me my life back. So technically, I don't know Jones shit.
It also might make you explode.
It's a 50-50 I'm willing to take.
He does.
But I've grown quite fond of you, and even though I've just met you, quite fond of you. And your bacon-esque friend there.
You're a good witch.
You're a good witch. I keep you around.
I give a command to Morello, and whenever I give him the ambassador command, his job is to act cute, and so he'll jump up on the table and he'll do a little his best. He's got like a little pig step.
Did anyone?
Oh, wow.
Dun, 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 dun.
Very low form of art, but I still respect it. It's very good.
Did Morello make it out with us?
Yeah.
Negative
Oh,
feeling.
good.
And I just want to apologize because I feel like I've given a bit of shortcomings to our relationship. You're quite nice, and you're quite nice. You're quite nice.
That's not true.
You're quite nice. And we're learning more, but you're quite nice as well.
She's nice.
Your souls are quite advocate for mine. I feel like you'll muster up your souls to value of mine, but perhaps I'll find another couple of souls in another couple of years. I still have a couple left.
yeah.
Plenty of time.
Perhaps, hopefully soon, but yes. So I just want to apologize. But don't get too mushy about it. I still enjoy eternity. And accidentally go to pop this again. Like, oh, shit.
Maybe someone else could hold on to it for him.
No, it's mine.
Okay.
Is the jar of ooze going to help?
You laughed your own joke.
No, it's mine. You can't have it.
As you're in the back room here, the curtains kind of open.
Just turn us down.
Oh, come on, it's not even light out.
Fuck off.
It is.
Not yet, it's not fully sun risen. There's no fucking windows in here. It's for your specifications.
This it's true.
You always get scared when I open up the fucking curtains.
Maybe we should install a door.
I mean, this is your fucking architecture. Why don't you buy us a door?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
Drinks, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty freshly corked. And they start to take off like a cork in their arm. As this living elven person takes an empty canister into their wrist over here and goes,
Wow. That's gonna be good. That's good.
That's
looks-
quite fresh.
Yes.
there you go, you can pass that around to your friends there.
I'll have the first swig. Here's to the best show I've ever done, and to all of our survival.
To not turning our backs on each other for misfortune and adventure. Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, not this one.
Yeah. Sorry. Ooh. Yeah. It's very good.
I take a seat next to Ulric.
You've been working out.
Thank you very much, I'm trying.
Tastes like protein.
I drank that special concoction you had me earlier. It really revived the innards.
Xyla, are you good at identifying things that are cursed and might really just screw someone over?
Yep.
Check out this book and this knife.
Oh yeah, I'll work on that tonight.
Xyla, if I may, what's wrong with the orc?
You know, got a bunch of shit going on.
Well, we all have a bunch of shit.
I know.
going
Okay,
on, but
so
perhaps-
I brought something for you, Ulric, and I think it might help. And I have it takes me a little while to dig it all into my pockets. And it's a little package that's wrapped up. And you know all about my root magic, and so I have made you a little special poultice, and it's kind of wet and soggy because it's full of a bunch of moss and special like ground up things and all sorts of roots and stuff. And I've wrapped it up, and there's a couple of them in here for you. And I know that it's been a while since you've had them, and so I can only imagine how bad it's been.
Thank you. I thought I was going through one back there.
Did you see her?
Yes.
We all saw lots of things.
Yeah.
Who's her?
Thank you.
Who did you see?
I don't know if I want to talk about it.
Oh, come on, you big elf. You soft. Come on, tell us.
In his time.
Yeah. No rush.
Come on.
No rush.
Do it. Do it.
See, when me and Xyla met, I had been a ghoul for about a month. I did not understand exactly what I needed. During that time, as the ghoul fever got worse and worse, I'd have nightmares of an almost worst case scenario. See, when I turned, I went to my mother for help. I did not know. But I lashed out at her and I hurt her. And I had to run away. And ever since then, I've had nightmares of that moment worse and worse. Raking, biting, and ripping. And when I met her, I was so desperate for anything. She knocked me out with said powder. She knew exactly what I was when I came on her step. As we learned, she ushered in many people like me.
Good witch.
Yes, a very good witch. It helps me sleep. It calms the dreams.
If anybody else is looking for something good that grows out of the ground, and maybe you'd like a little something extra, come to me.
Yuck.
Yeah,
She does fun things as well.
I was going to say, I'm looking for like a green plant about yay high.
Yes. Yes, that was good.
Gizmo! What do you want? Bring some of my favorite plant in here.
What plant?
Wait a minute. Never mind. Seagul.
Cigars for everyone.
Cigars. All right.
Oh, yes, yes.
If I may, good Sir Ulric, have you ever wanted to do something, like, say, for example, acting, that you were really, really fucking bad at, but eventually you worked really, really, really hard to get good at?
Well, I've always, for the longest time, I just wanted to impress my mother, so I did what she told.
That's great, and you did amazing things like what I've seen you do. Slice people in half, take their jaw and rip it off so that part of their chest comes off too. Wow,
That was pretty cool.
goddamn.
Quite skilled.
But you took time to learn to do that. You took time to learn to be what you are to us, a protector, a classically trained protector. Now, you did not ask to be what you are. But you've been practicing at it, yes? So, all of those unspeakable, unimaginable things that you thought you might do, now you wouldn't even dream of it. You haven't dared try to hurt her in the time that you've known her.
It was the first time.
So,
Yeah.
you have gone on what we in theater call the hero's journey. And you are here, but your story ends here. You must bring the loop to a close. You must return to your mother.
See, this is why I hate being an adventuring hero. I always say it's better to be in one chapter of every book than be the hero of only one.
You can have multiple books. We can franchise Ulric.
We know how many books you've been in.
Yes, quite a few.
Smash cut to a montage of all the books.
All in this room.
Then he just has a cutaway gag of, I always meant to write a book. I keep getting bored.
Words are stupid. So what I'm saying is, you are not the person you were then now. None of us are. You can step forward, changed, anew, the goal of any hero. And then your small part becomes the leading role. Seize it.
Think I understand?
You probably don't, but you will one day.
Basically, Berline has helped me manage when I'm awake. Xyla helps when I sleep.
And I help when he wants to get drunk.
There we go.
Excellent. What? Yes.
Why do you even try to act? You can just teach people to act.
Well, because those who can't do teach. And I can do.
Bullshit.
You saw what he did to the Spectre.
Yeah. What I'm saying is
In death. Freaking shook her to her bones.
I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I'm saying he's a better teacher. That's it. That's it. I was trying to be complimentary.
There we go.
Them's fighting words.
That's it.
I pull out the half-finished script. I suppose that I could impart some of the hard-earned lessons from my time onto others who need it. But I'm not done yet. I think I have something here. I'm gonna rework things. So it's not just about a Blacula, but it is about a man whose mother was bitten by a Blacula while she gave birth to him, thus making him half Blacula. And then he rises up and seizes both his humanity, but also his monstrous powers to become a Blacula hunter.
Ooh, what would you call a character like this?
As they're discussing this, just staring at the edge of this knife for some reason, just making me think, blade?
No, that's shit.
Nah, yeah, that's stupid. Sharp Blacula honey. Yeah.
I like it.
Yes, thank you.
Jefferson Twilight.
Yeah.
So as you're all having these conversations, you have aches and bones and bruises from these battles you just incurred.
I'm fine. 0 damage thus far.
But
I hate you so much.
you still, even having not taken no damage in that fight, there's still this heating, bruising sore sensation that each of you have had since you left Berline Hadoli's mansion.
Oh.
Slowly
Calling us back.
getting a bit stronger as time goes on. But as you sit here in this tavern of yours, you're finally resting, getting off your feet. Each of you feel individual sorenesses and irritations in various parts of your body, underneath your clothes, underneath your armaments.
Well, that's crap.
I would like to take a look and what the hell is going on here?
So you look down over here.
Is just the color coming back?
Skin.
But we're full of skin.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Lighter hue. Warm.
Oh, fuck. Damn.
Oh, everybody's got. Are you all feeling like you've got patches of living skin?
Apparently.
And the zombie too?
Look at my bone.
Each of you failed that explosion fortitude from earlier.
Which one?
The one at Hadoli's mansion from the radiant exploding being.
Oh!
Yeah.
That one.
What was the DC?
Damn.
50.
Oh, million! Okay, just from my recall knowledge and lore training related to the undead, are some of them progressing at a faster rate than others?
None of them are progressing faster rate necessarily. Yours is pretty small because you were almost like your life was almost taken away, but you came back. Everyone else you had some on your hand from you dipped it into the ooze, but you tossed that one away, so it didn't accelerate your predicament.
Okay.
You got healed with a ton of negative damage, so that slowed your process down to a crawl. About the rest of you, you've taken a ton of damage. You a little bit here and there, but like not a ton. But there's just various parts of your body, like you got brushed with like poison ivy, it's just itching and irritating, and it's just like just slowly spreading.
Ah, this sucks. Do we want to rest here, or should we go back to the bone mansion?
But it seems that we've kind of gotten what we need, in a sense.
I will remind you, you did find that map in that sort of hidden
Oh,
storage
right.
room.
I also found this.
Yeah, you told us that already, yes.
Is that what you were doing?
What?
That's fine.
Oh, when you blew through a wall and started an unnecessary fight.
I didn't blow.
I look at this. Very important details of a map. And I found a cool book, and a knife, and a gun.
Well, I do know my way around a map.
Can I also take some time to identify
Yeah,
this?
Arcana check. So you open the map, and it does seem like a meeting point of some kind. Sort of near outside the town of Grey Dirge, at an old abandoned temple to Zon Kuthon, also known as the Midnight Lord. There's a huge temple in Zon Kuthon's name here in Grey Dirge called the Empty Threshold. And there was an older one that was erected many, many, many years ago that has seen kind of run down, and they decided to put it more into the central part of the city to make it more of a jewel of the area. But there seems to be notes indicating a meeting point and a time.
Interesting.
Which is
What's the time?
Yeah.
Tonight.
tonight. Oh,
Is that past the day into the night?
Yes.
I tried to write a play about Zon Kuthon once, but I was beaten to the punch by that no-good hack Steve Zahn.
If you want to make a cultism check, so you can try to determine what you know from them. You would know a lot.
Ooh, yes. I know loads.
Well, I mean, we are...
25. 10. So yeah, the Midnight Lord is one of the ancient pantheon of gods that shaped the known world. Their dedication is more in pain. Various cutting some people will do, or sort of like extremist Christianity where they whip their backs in dedication to their god. Yes. And various forms of it. And in return, they get boons and various things. And there's various notes relating to Zon Kuthon on the map itself, sigils, writing in ancient languages, things of that nature.
Well, I mean, we seem to be in quite the bustling area. We could gather some gear, put a stop to this transcending meeting.
Some of us could.
Or we could go back, deliver the broken stuff.
I was kind of thinking maybe we should check to see if Berline is still in any kind of shape. Did she continue to be fleshed out? You know what I mean?
In the time it would take us to go and check, we could finish this once and for all.
Yes. I don't want to delay this sort of thing because it seems to be a flip of the switch of our worlds, if I may.
Action!
What say we do some action? Action?
You notice also, because you've got that Tome of Zon Kuthon as well.
Yeah, I'll work on identifying everything.
Yeah.
Since I'm home, I'm gonna go change my clothes because earlier I soiled my pants.
Shit myself.
So they can't go out during the day, obviously, without a parasol. This place is close by.
Zon Kuthon Tower, the abandoned one.
Yeah.
It takes a while to get there.
Okay, because otherwise I was going to say we could set up beforehand. Because if they're getting there at a certain time of night, if we went there during the day, I could set up an ambush point.
It's up to you. You could certainly try to do that. You could rest here for the night to regain your strength and then head there before they get there. It's completely up to you.
How's everybody's HP?
I could use some rest.
I could use rest.
I need rest.
I'm full up.
Samesies. So I'd say we take a little bit of a nap, gather our stuff, and put an end to this mockery.
Yeah.
Aye?
Okay.
All right, everybody, hands in.
What are we doing?
We're doing a cheer.
Skeletal handed.
On 3, acting.
Oh, no, I'm out. Good night, everybody.
What? Fine.
You're just like, acting.
Okay. So all return to quarters within the Welcome Inn to rest for the night?
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm identifying the book, the weapon.
Yeah. So make Arcana check. Do you give the star knife to Xyla?
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't want to end up cursed.
16. Do you want me to do them individually? Or just one
You could
check?
do them all for one, but you could also use your hero point if you want to try to get higher.
I can also add. I have some other things I can add to that.
Oh, oddity something?
I have oddity identification. So I can add 2.
Okay.
So what was that then?
16. So it's 18 now.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
Technically, I just get kind of tired during the day. There's only about 4 hours during midday that zombies need to actually sleep. If we're not in that time, could I possibly go out and explore the town a little bit? I want to see if I can actually find something that could replace said orb for the staff.
Oh. Not in Great Dirge.
Not in Great Dirge. Is there a sort of weaponry shops or anything?
Nothing of that powerful. That's something that was created for her or through their own magic. Maybe going to the city of Yuled where the undead necromantic arcane university is for ancient relics and stuff like that, but Great Dirge doesn't really have access.
That's fine. I will
It's
sleep.
party town.
I will sleep.
John, if you're going to go out and explore and wander around, and the rest of us are going to take a little snooze, do you want to maybe leave the vessel with us, just in case, you know?
Myers.
Okay, I'm throwing it out there. It's a group effort. We're all in this together. And should one person get a bit thirsty, could be bad.
I tried to put my hand in it.
We need you.
What, you don't trust me? It's rude.
I'm not drinking that shit.
Good, because you're not.
I slip it in my shirt.
We could put it in my safe.
I will say for everyone bedding down for the night, because did all of you take a shot of the blood, or did some of you not?
Did not.
Didn't.
No.
Oh, did you want to?
I did.
I don't think you'll pass
Any
me.
really
Thank you.
drink?
I consume all living.
Oh, word. Flesh definitely would have been brought to you as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so all those that took a drink of the blood, because you make your own little special concoctions here at the Welcome Inn. You are able to craft certain ingredients to have your living alcohol bottles, basically, give special boons. So everyone who drinks that blood, you can use one action anytime you want to use a reaction.
Oh, nice.
Sweet. I like that.
Just gives you a bit more vitality from the juiced up vampire blood.
Nice.
Vampire skills.
I rolled in 18 on on my
Yeah. So
identify
those
using a cult.
Yeah. So those are very special medallions given to bloodlords. There's not a lot of them out there, but someone's been doing some sleuthing behind the scenes. Each of those is a hero point.
They really do love me.
Oh, God.
And for you on the 18?
The book, the blade,
Yeah.
and the gun.
So the blade, which was, you found
The +1 star knife.
Star Knife. Right, Star Knife, the book. There's a third thing?
It's a gun,
the,
right?
The big boom gun?
Yeah, so you can look at the stats of that.
Oh, that I've already looked
Yeah,
at.
so it does all that. So it's good, it works that way.
Triple
The Star Knife has sigils of Zon Kuthon on it, and there's notes sort of stuck in the pages of this tome. And rifling through it, you're learning how the magic of Zon Kuthon works with their devotees. You're finding weird procedures that this group of clerics, calling themselves the Cleansing Light, tried to figure out a way to reverse engineer what necromancers do with weapons, which imbue them with necrotic energy, with positive energy. They were trying to find a way with this concoction that they've created, if they could imbue it into their weapons. So not only would there be a subterfuge like Iron Man Extremis bomb situation, but they could infuse it with the religious iconography and like throw it at people or slash it with them, and it would cause them to have the disease that way.
Well, that's not good at all.
Interesting.
So that knife does this to undead?
Well, the knife, actually.
That's not a life.
So yeah, I slide the gun across to you. It's explained, but you.
Oh my
God.
Hell yeah.
This is why we loot.
And then scoot.
Looks like that.
Haha.
Is it cursed?
It is not exactly cursed, but from what you gather from it, because they weren't able to complete the ritual and reverse the process, they did a lot of research on how to imbue it with the necrotic damage.
This does necrotic damage.
It can, if you do the ritual. And also, there seems to be a way, because that was an 18, if you do this ritual a certain way, imbue with the might and power and dark necromantic energy of Zon Kuthon himself, the Midnight Lord.
Old Zoni.
There is, because they were working with the polarity of changing necrotic into positive, if you execute the ritual right, anyone who's holding that will have granted special powers that can change positive into negative.
Ooh, nice. That'd be very
How complicated does the ritual look? Is it like kind of looks pretty straightforward? I can follow it along.
It requires a bit of prep. Requires everyone to gather around the book. Requires you to reach out to Zon Kuthon. Each make a sacrifice of pain towards the Midnight Lord. This could mean literal pain, like a cut. It could mean an emotional pain, like a confession of a hard memory, or something that would just cause you a lot of anguish to release, thus giving tribute to the Midnight Lord.
Yeah, your plays are not that good.
Emotional damage.
Well,
It just starts glowing.
does Xyla share this with all of us? This is the thing?
Yeah, I'll tell everybody.
Okay.
Right.
Definitely do it.
There's also some plans stuck in that book of blueprints of a blimp. There were blueprints of a skiff. That's about it, though.
I mean, you probably understand vehicles pretty good.
Yes, totally, absolutely, especially the ones that are on water.
You want to make a check?
Would be lore and sailing.
They're sky ships, but hey, I'm gonna say you know a lot about all ships.
He puts his hand on.
Eight. I'm more in tune with the water ships, my dear.
Oh, okay. Well, that's reasonable, I guess. Look them over a little bit. Anything interesting? They're sky ships.
If you want to make, what kind of check would this be for
Going to be
you?
very good. I mean, good at crafting.
Yeah, you could definitely do a crafting check.
Trained in crafting. 25.
Yes.
You're very true.
So going through the schematics of this, you're kind of looking at for anything that pops up to you, and you do see at the bottom of the blueprint something odd that's attached to the bottom. Something where liquid could be poured in and changed into an aerosol form.
Like any liquid?
Liquid into mist, into cloud, to a much more sprayable function.
It's really cool. Do we want to try something? Test stuff? We could just put liquid in it?
Oh no, sorry, this is a blueprint for
a thing that turns
for
it
the
into
sky
an
ship.
aerosol.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Oh, that's...
Oh, that's how they're going to deliver the goo.
Yeah.
Yep.
It could just,
They're gonna mist us.
yeah, literally just fly over the lands of Geb.
Carpet bombing.
Yeah.
You could use that to turn the goo
It's raining.
negative. And use that to spray.
It's like in that
Your
movie, that
cults.
guy had all those ships, then they like leak gas all over everybody.
Ah, just turn them all into us.
Yeah.
The cults. The cultists.
Yeah.
We don't really need to hurt more extra people, though, do we? We just want to like stop those guys.
Yeah. I
I can only
think,
imagine just walking around with like a squirt bottle and just going after like. They're like, ah!
I imagine there's going to be a lot of hurt has to happen in order to see this to the end.
Yeah,
Being
they,
squeamish at this point is going to be pointless.
I'm not saying I'm squeamish. I'm just saying like there's doing what you need to do to get the job done, and then there's going like completely crazy.
I was a little late for all of that.
I mean, I don't have a whatever that is, but I do for my performances have a bottle of hair oil that I just it just pump and it bloop in it makes it look.
So probably these ships have already been built then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we need to find those things, destroy them, ground them, make sure they can't get in the air, take out whatever is probably in their canisters, and
destroy the supply of ooze
and
the mechanisms on the ships, or burn the ships to the bloody ground.
The ritual.
How tall is the Tower of Zonkathon?
The one in Grey Dirt is fairly large. The one that's on the edge of town, it's pretty dilapidated and broken down. It goes up high, and then I think part of the tower you've heard is been crackled over.
Okay.
But it's still like fairly high up in the sky.
Maybe they built a whole fleet. Maybe. But I think it's more likely they want to test this shit first.
The meeting place.
Meeting place might be where they're boarding it. We go there. Fuck them up.
With that shit.
We do the fun ritual to
Yeah.
make this thing really, really nifty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to watch that.
we have to participate.
Participate.
Everyone has.
We all have to do something.
Oh, yeah, fine.
Put it in the center.
Let's begin.
How do we do this?
To the Midnight Lord, we make a sacrifice of pain. Each of us individually. Physical pain or emotional pain. Dealer's choice.
Would you like to go first?
Very well. I know I'm not the best actor.
Whoa, that cuts deep.
1 rune.
I put my hand at the end of my cane pistol and pull the trigger.
One rune is a little bit lit, but not as powerful as you would have thought.
Really?
Do the other hand.
Hi, Parr.
Admit something.
I think it wants a little bit more than that. It's like really special. You know, it can't just be something that, you know, you can just stab it and dribble a little bit of blood. That's Baby Town Frolics bad magic. You need to do real good magic.
Baby Town magic.
That's very funny.
How much damage should I roll for damage on my hand? Or
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Crit on your hand.
Oh, right. Should I roll to hit first?
Those would be auto hit. You're hitting
Auto,
your hand.
your,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
your
cool.
hand's on the end.
In that case, I only take 1 damage.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
It's already starting to heal.
What else did I bring out of there? Didn't bring it. I left my dagger behind.
Cut yourself with it.
Isn't it set to positive right now?
It's not set to anything right now.
Oh, screw it.
What?
Pick it up and stab it in my shoulder.
Get another damage roll.
Oh!
Are you that averse to just confessing that you were there?
I told you I was there.
But you haven't apologized.
I have apologized. Do you want another one?
I would love it. I forgot the last one.
I'm sorry that. I'm sorry I was there. I didn't turn you into a vampire. I killed one of your friends.
Jesus. I mean, by the gods.
No, his name. I don't care what his name was. Jesus. I'm sorry, Jesus. I'm sorry I killed Jesus.
Your personal Jesus.
What do you regret? Any regrets?
I regret that I didn't keep Nadira. But that's it.
It worked.
Oh, shit.
All right. Roll damage for the stab.
What damage does this thing do? What's the damage die?
This is what dudes will go through just to avoid.
Just to
sharing
avoid
emotions.
I'll stab myself with a blade. I'll do this.
Dude, just fucking open up.
It's 17 points of piercing damage. It's because it hasn't been turned to negative yet.
That's what I thought.
It's not positive.
Shit.
What?
It's not positive damage, but it's just piercing damage.
Just piercing damage. Okay.
It's just inert. But it's just a blade if it's not changed to another damage type.
The lengths. The lengths
Yeah.
we will go to.
Anybody else sharing something?
It's 17, right?
Sharing time. You kind of already did.
I think so.
I'll take my axe. Look at the gem. That was from my mother's necklace. And I'll take it and carve a streak that matches the claw mark that I gave my mother.
Oh, that's both things. Wow.
2 runes light up with purple flame.
Hell yeah.
D10 maybe? Yeah? Or what is it?
Whatever your axe damage did.
D12. Do I use my modifier? Like my...
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm not raging, so it's only 14.
Okay.
This is my actual voice. My name isn't Poor Edward. It's Beatrix. And I don't know how long I've been undead.
Two more runes. Ignite with purple flame.
Beatrix.
Yeah.
Rich Beatrix?
Let's just stick with that for now.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for sharing.
And I'm I can't do it because I'm not that skilled, but I'm rolling the coin in my hands that calls Davy Jones that would give me my immortality back. I'm flipping it, I'm rolling it.
Yeah.
That was weirdly in character.
Yeah.
Well,
So much for immortality.
Throw the coin into the little ignitions that it has.
to burn it.
Giving the coin.
Ting, ting. Lands on one of the spaces the runes light up. Just catches like a match. Flickers for a moment, and the coin just melts.
How the bloody hell did you know it would do that?
Oh, I had no idea. It's just deeply personal.
The sacrifice.
Lights up 3 of the runes, leaving 1 left.
Bring us home.
I reach out to Morello, and I give him a little pet. And then I cast Chill Touch. Until he dies.
Oh, my heart hurts. I thought you were just going to tell us who's in the bloody pig.
So you go over. It's almost like your skin color changes to a sickly blue, and mist and smoke like dry ice is wafting off of Knuckles. Just falls down, kind of gently falls asleep. The final rune ignites. The entire ring around the handle wreathes in purple flame. The blades glow bright. That was an amazing offering. And the circle around it starts to ignite as well, all around you. Zon-Kuthon's symbol starts to blow through the tavern itself and the room.
Ah!
And you feel the necromantic flames surge through your bodies, giving you renewed power. And it just like surges through your veins, it goes through your eye sockets. And it starts to...
Fine, cricket!
And you all start to float up into the air. With now becoming unofficial acolytes of Zon-Kuthon. You hear this voice in your head as you, Xyla, rise farther and higher than anyone. They're raising maybe just a few centimeters off the ground, and you're going up into the sky, up into the almost the roof of the room, just floating this halfling necromancer imbued. Your jacket changes from the dark red to a darker purple to match the streaks in your hair. Your familiar pig starts to rise too, and the color hue of the pink sort of changes into a bit of a darker hue with some purple highlights. The black spots become purple, and it's almost like bat wings come out from behind Morello, and it starts to float up with you in a dark
Bat
booming voice. And a dark booming voice echoes into your ears, one that you heard before, and just gravelly says to you, "Welcome home."
Creepy!
And that's where we're gonna end the session.
Yeah! Congratulations, Xyla!
Suck that, Steve Zahn! I'm kidding. The real life Steve Zahn won't watch this, but also you're great.
We're gonna end things there, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Tune in next week for the finale of the Pathfinder Bloodlords, for the final showdown with our undead heroes here. Thank you all so much for joining. We love you very much. We'll see you next week.
Holy shit!
Back pig!
Back pig!